So Spencer, something slightly different today with a pre-match catch-up. First of all, we're at Sandhurst today, but we were meant to be at Nap Hill. So what happened with that situation?
Yeah, unfortunately, we sent one of our senior management down to have a look at the pitch, and no fault of Nap Hill at all. It'd been wonderful, but with this really hot weather, the pitch, I just couldn't take the risk. I wouldn't take the risk. It just wasn't anywhere near the standard that we require, and that's not being big time. But the reality is players can get injured on anything, but we have to manage risk, and it just wasn't worth it, I'm afraid. And we apologise to everyone at Nap Hill. We appreciate its council run, and the weather's been so super hot, but it was borderline dangerous. So I'm afraid we had to pull out of that game. Very grateful to Sandhurst hosting us at the last minute. We had planned to train anyway, but I'm afraid it's just one of those things. As I said, you can't control the weather, and it was a very difficult situation. So as I said, very grateful for everybody having us down here today.
And as you say, we're down here at Sandhurst. What's the squad going to look like for today? Is it going to be full strength? Is it going to be a mixture?
No, it's very much an opportunity for players to get a lot of minutes. We've probably got 7-8 starters not going to play at all today. They're running, as you might be able to see away from me at the moment. Got to be careful. It is a 4G. Managing minutes. We play again on Tuesday against a very strong Charlton side. We're in a good place at the moment, and again, I have to manage risk and also be respectful. Sandhurst, I believe, are step 6. So it's an opportunity for lads that haven't had as many minutes to get some, 80, 90 minutes under their belt, and a challenge, because I want to see an attacking prowess today, and that's no disrespect to our opposition. We've got a lot to lose today from that perspective. So there is a challenge to the players that are playing, players that perhaps have had some injuries, didn't get as many minutes at last season or even in pre-season in catch-up. A great opportunity for a much smaller group of players today, and that also, as we come towards the latter part of pre-season, means that on Tuesday the lads that aren't playing today can potentially do 80, 90 minutes. So there is a plan behind the madness, and fingers crossed it goes well, and players get some good minutes under their belt and can show us what they can do.
So let's look back to the news of this past week then. 2 new signings. First of all, let's touch on Ali Omar. He's been an ever-present in pre-season. What are the thoughts behind that signing?
Look, I think he's a great signing. He's already played a lot of games at National League. He's a big, strong, left-sided centre-half, could potentially play left-back as well. So, look, he's had another really tough year with injuries. He's only played 3 or 4 games, so we've got to manage him. But he's a fantastic young man. Already with some good experience, so we've got to manage him well. Don't rush him. Look at his minutes. We've got a fantastic group of defenders at the moment, and I'll be blunt, probably 1 or 2 will go out on loan for at least a month early part of the season, because as usual I have to watch the budget. But it's great that we've got opportunities to be a back 5, to be a back 4. We've got competition for places, and we need that, because we've had to take a chance on a few lads with injuries. The position we're in, it's something I do, but it gives us options. And I'm really pleased that we've managed to get Omar into the club.
And let's just reiterate there, Ali Omar, we are just waiting for international clearance as well on Ali.
We're expecting that very shortly. That's been in for some time, so yeah, we're expecting that.
And the other sign then is the return of John Oyenuga. I don't know who saw that one coming. I don't know if that was on anyone's bingo cards. How did that all happen?
Well, John has got this thing that he's been in and around me for about 7-8 years. Somebody would tell me he doesn't do pre-season, does our John? He's not one, because clearly we don't play the players in pre-season at all. So he's not renowned for doing pre-season. He's getting 90 minutes today. He approached me. Look, I never criticise players that have situations where money has to be their priority. They're young men. Some are in different situations. Some live at home. Some are starting their careers. Some have got businesses. Some. It's important. So John, rightly had to look after himself financially, and we made no bones about it. But he's been Fans Player of the Year. He gives us great pace. Experience, so he gives us good balance. But the way we've said to him, he's got to get in the team, he's got to show us he can do it. So it was a little bit of a no-brainer, and we had our usual argument over the money, and we didn't move. And it's his opportunity to show us he can still do it. He played against us for Dover, and he won the most defensive duels in the whole National South a couple of years back for Dover, and did very well also for Enfield. And he's still got great pace. He's very hard to get past, and we couldn't get past him in either game. So he's still got it. Now, we did have it, and I'm sure he has still got it, and he's now got to prove that to us and to get into the side. So again, it gives us competition. It's somebody we know, very popular with the fans. And as I said, it's about building a squad, but obviously looking at budgets. So, you know, we're nearly there. We're very pleased. Fingers crossed. I thought we had a fabulous training session midweek. So, you know we will have to deal with injuries and getting people up to match fitness. So, you know, it's a really great addition. Very pleased for the fans, and it's lovely to have him back.
You said we're nearly there. What else can we expect signings-wise this week then?
Well, as we know, we've got this long-term loan I keep babbling on about. That is done bar the signature. Some of you have already seen he's played for us. He's not playing today. As I said, it's very much a different team today. So we're expecting to be with us Tuesday. In fact, I'm expecting the paperwork any day now. He's been with us. He's trained with us. He's played for us. So a League One loan. So very pleased with him. I thought he was excellent when he played the other day as well. So. Yeah, we're nearly there. We're always looking, but it's difficult now. We're talking to more clubs potentially on 1 or 2 loans. I know we've got 7 subs available this season, but we're just not in the budget to do that. As I feel as long as we've got 5 quality subs on the bench, which is obviously the maximum subs we can make, that's, you know, realistic where we're going to be during the season. And as I said, you have to balance minutes for players and budget. So, you know, we're in a good place, but we're always looking. There's 1 or 2 opportunities. We have signed another couple of lads that have been seen a lot during pre-season, and they'll be announced very early this week. So, you know, we're in a good place, and that's normally when the wheels come off. So let's keep everything crossed, and you know, look forward to these last 2 weeks of pre-season, because it's going to come upon us very quickly.
Cheers, Spencer. Thank you for this, and we'll catch up on Monday or Tuesday.
Thank you.